Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of building Adventureland. I believe this is episode 5. Sorry for not uploading one for ages. I think it's been about 2 weeks since the last episode I've uploaded. The project is still continuing, it's not stopping or anything. It's just I don't normally get the chance to sit down on my computer and do the time lapses and stuff. Like I build loads of stuff off screen and whilst I'm not recording. But when it comes down to actually doing like a time lapse and stuff, sometimes I just don't get the time to sit down on my computer and I like to do the time lapses all in one go. Whereas this one isn't actually, this one's like done in like separate sessions. But yeah, so I just haven't had the time to sort of do a time lapse really. But I managed to get one done. This one's got about like 2 hours of time lapse footage, I think. Which means it's like a 10-minute time lapse when I speed it all up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this one. I wanted to try and sort of get myself down into like a little bit of a schedule when I'm going to upload. So hopefully the plan going forward from now is just to upload one of these episodes every Wednesday, I guess. Like, so this is going to be uploaded on a Wednesday. And then from now on in, like even if it's not a time lapse, so to say, like say I didn't get enough work to do a whole time lapse, maybe I'll just show off the park every Wednesday and like the current state it's in and stuff. But yeah, that's sort of the plan going forward, and hopefully I can stick to that, because I know I'm not very consistent when I upload on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. We're just working more on Shine Runner. As you can see here, we just put like a bridge in and stuff, and we're doing like another sort of drop underground and stuff, which is quite cool. And you'll just see that area get built up, and then we do like the station area, we do a bit more of the queue, and we just sort of get like areas tidied up a little bit more. I'm hoping like after this episode there should only be one more episode and we'll have this whole sort of land finished off, and all the areas should be done, and then we can move on to our next area. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and I'll talk to you again at the end of it, where I'll just sort of look around and I'll show you what we've done. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon. Alright, so let's have a look around and see what we got built in this episode. So the first thing we want to do is have a look at what I built prior to recording the episode, so what you didn't see in the time lapse, and that was finishing off the queue line for this rapids here. You can see that we have sort of a queue line building going on here, which is for like probably just more storage areas and like maybe pumps for the rapids ride. Like all these buildings around here you can see would probably house like pumps and stuff, like different kinds of pumps and mechanisms to make the rapids work basically. So yeah, this is what this is like, the same sort of thing going on with this building, but it also looks cool. It's just like, it makes the queue look a little bit more interesting, something to look at whilst you're queuing, I guess. And then as we go around the rest of the queue, it gets a little bit bare as we go to the centre of the queue, but I'm going to add more stuff to it, especially because you're going to have the train going by, which is quite cool, and then there's going to be like sort of just loads of trees and bushes and stuff, just to sort of fill the area up a little bit and make it look a little less bare. As we move towards this way, you can see the train line, which I just mentioned. The train is hopefully going to go around the whole sort of perimeter of the park, a bit like Disneyland have with their train. I've never really used the train in Planet Coaster. They're really annoying to use, but like the angles and stuff that you have to use on them are really annoying. But yeah, so I thought I'd have a train going around the park just because it adds to the attraction list, and they're just quite cool to have, really. And it can interact quite well with other rides. As you can see, it interacts quite well with Shine Runner here, and potentially it will interact really well with other rides I build in the park as well. And then moving on from that, we finished the layout for Shine Runner. We added a few more supports, as you can see here. We added like supports going all down this bit of the ride, and then there's loads more supports still to add on the final section of the ride, which will take a while to do. And that's what I'll have done for the next episode, hopefully, and also the rest of this queue line. But one of the big things we did add to Shine Runner was this show building. There's not much going on in there. Potentially that will change just to make it look more interesting inside there, because it's a little bit bare in there at the moment. But yeah, it's just all that's inside there is a lift hill, and then like the bottom of it would be just like storage or something, you know, just storage or maintenance or whatever. Just like it doubles up as like a warehouse basically. And yeah, like I said, inside there's just a little lift hill to take the train a little bit higher to give it a bit more momentum to finish the layout. So yeah, the layout's finished. It just finishes off with a dive loop and then a small helix, and that's about it really. But I like the layout. I think it's quite cool. It's not really it doesn't really look like an SNSL loco, to be honest. Like normally they're a lot more compact, but for this sort of ride I think it works quite well, so I'm quite happy about how that turned out. And lastly, I just wanted to talk about the entrance to the area, or entrance to the ride, sorry. I kept it quite low key in the end. I was going to go for a big fancy entrance, but I actually quite like the low key look a little bit better. At first I wasn't too happy with it, but now I've sort of warmed to it a little bit more and I quite like it. So yeah, that's going to stay how it is. And then just you can see like the front of the facade and stuff, and like the station building, which still need a little bit more detail added to them to make them look a bit more interesting. But yeah, they're pretty much done as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We're rounding up this area quite nicely now. It's nearly done. You can see like most of the stuff is done. It's just a case of adding trees around the outside, finishing off Shine Runner fully, like adding more stuff to it, basically adding more detail to it basically. But other than that, it's basically done. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys next Wednesday for another episode. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you very, very soon.